Yo, my people, how are ya? It's me, Jar, just Jar, chatting the van, bam, bam. Um, so yeah, I'm getting a lot of love. The prison story yesterday, the jail story yesterday. Obviously, I know people probably think, I said the guy got stabbed 3 times and he died 3 times. Look, he lost consciousness 3 times. They brought him back. That's what I heard. Remember, I said that. That's what I heard. I've tried to add that guy on Snap, and I'm gonna try get him on the show. I think that'll be very good. And yeah, so today's story, it's about fear, and it's about being feared in these streets. And people can say, I don't fear you, I'm not scared of you, but you need to go get 10 man or 4 man or 5 man or 100 man to come at me, yeah, or come at me with tools or whatever to try set me up, or so some people definitely have fear. It's just a fact. They might not see it as that, but that's what it is. And I want to get into this story first. It's about a mate of mine. I spoke to him, and he said I can mention it. Basically, me and this guy, we was tight. We were probably like brothers, same as my other mate. We were fucking tight. We're probably not as tight. The friendship's probably not as tight as it were, but I don't see why it shouldn't be, because I've always been there for this guy. Never wronged this guy. This guy can never say I've wronged him directly, or even indirectly wronged him. I think some people around him, but it is what it is there. Me and him are boys, and I've got bare love for him, and he's a proper guy. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get into it. So basically, my boy, he was 19. He got shot, and this is about fear, when people fear you. So look, he was on the roads. He was robbing man. I'm not going to go deep into his story. It's for him to tell. He was on the roads. He was robbing man, extorting man, taxing man, billing man, chasing man down, knocking man out. He was doing it all. And these are the facts, in jail, knocking man out, putting work in. This is back then, 18, 19 years old, yeah. I knew from being age of 14, 15, but I'll get into some of them stories before or later on, due course. But yeah, 18, 19, on job and giving it to everybody. Anybody that wanted it, and because people feared him and they couldn't do nothing with him, what's the next step? So when you're feared and people can't do nothing with you, they have to try and either make an example of you or do something seriously to hurt you, harm you, yeah, to try and put you down, basically, like a dog, just put you down. So my boy, he was out. We was on a few days on a bender, partying with girls and stuff. We're young, 18, 19. And my boy, I went home because I was rough. I was dying. I went home. I think I had a bird there, something. I went home, and he stayed on it, and he ended up. I don't know what he ended up doing. I don't know the ins and outs. He's gonna hopefully tell his story on my channel when you watch this, bro. My channel, yeah. And my boy got shot, man, because people feared him. Now, then people might watch this and think we didn't fear him, and I'm not trying to upset anyone, open any tins of worms. It's just a story I'm telling to the youth to try and stir him from this life. And then boys rolled up on him and they shot him. You get me? And them boys shot him, man. They shot him 3 times, I think, and I think they went to cock it again. At something happened to the gun, my boy told me, because he said he would have sat up just looking at him. You know what I mean? And anyway, he obviously went to hospital and stuff, and I was willing to do certain things, and he said, nah bro, it's stupid and whatever at that time. And I don't want to go into that because I don't know how he feels about the situation, but that's what happened. And I was there for my boy. He knows I was there for him. He knows I was with him every step of the way, in hospital, our hospital, whatever, yeah. I was down with him, you know what I'm saying? And that's just a little story there, because he was feared. So all you young men try to be feared. This is what it escalates to. Even if you're not trying to be feared, because I never tried to be feared, people just started to fear me. I'm not saying I'm the most feared and everybody fears me, but from stuff that I did and I was doing, on the roads and in jail, people started to fear me, and that's a fact. Not everybody, I'm not saying everybody's scared of me or like that, And one story about myself now that I want to hit you with is when people fear is this, and this one's deep. This one's deep, man. This one's deep. And some things are forgivable, some things are unforgivable, but I'm trying to change my ways, and hopefully I can let this one go. And that's all I'm going to say, but I'm going to tell you the story. So I was working at M&S, Ruley Lane, You know, I'll try to change my life, working, doing my dogs, chilling. You know, I've tried a few times to turn the tables, you know. And this is what happens when you're doing good. People want to drag you back down. And it could have been one of them situations. Someone see me doing good and thought, nah, let me bring him back to the streets. You know, you never know. I don't even know who it was. And if I ever found out who it was, I don't know if I fully forgive it. I don't know. Hopefully I can let it go, like I'm saying. So what happened is, I was working. I work in there, M&S. Anyways, I did work there. It's long. It's long. But this particular night, and I believe in angels. That's my angel number there, 13. You know, I believe in God. And this night there were no work, and that never happens. And someone come up to me, I didn't know. He goes, bro, if you want to go home, go ask that guy, he'll send you home. So I was like, yeah, come on then. Sound, innit? Home early, 2 bells. I'm supposed to finish at 6. 2 bells, boom, set off home. I get home on my taxi, and I come walking down my like driveway, whatever you want to call it, walkway, and I see a little flaming letterbox. You know, blessed, you know, and whoever did it, that's how blessed I am. You understand? And karma's gonna come back round, whether it's from me, whether it's from whoever, because I was doing good at the time. You put innocent people in danger, and I believe when you put innocent people in danger, karma definitely comes back round. Yeah. And so I seen a little flame in my door. I kicked it out of my door, yeah. Just kicked it out. And luckily I kicked it out. If I'd have finished at 6, because the people that were inside were Sparko. And this is where it gets serious now. So inside the house was my daughter, 10 years old. My missus. And look, if my daughter wasn't there, I probably would forgive the situation easy. You know, my missus is a big woman, she'd have got out, she'd have saved herself. But you know, my daughter, her little lungs could have filled up with smoke and could have died. But thanks for my blessings, I got home and I kicked out the fire, and there was just a little bit of smoke, you know, like going through the house from when I've kicked it out. And then I was getting like the thing they use, you know, the wallpaper, because they use wallpaper, you see, and it was like a silver wallpaper. And every time I go to certain people's houses, I clock the wallpaper, because I believe that it was someone close to me. But you know, when you can't put 100% finger on it, you can't do nothing about it, you know. And I'm not saying I would do anything about it. I'm not saying that I will or I would, but without proof, what can you do? You can't even approach that person and forgive them and shake their hand and say, why did you do it, or because you just don't know. But look at that. What I'm trying to get at is the fear, and that person definitely had fear for me. I don't care what you say. I don't care. I'm not scared of you. You must be, because the reason why you must be is because you knew where I lived. Yeah, you could have done anything to me. You could have jumped me, battered me, like finger, but clearly you didn't want me to know who you were, and clearly you couldn't beat me up, you know, on your own, because you would have done it. Yeah. And clearly people, whoever were around you, didn't have the balls, yeah, to come. And I know if I upset anyone, I upset them, because you come to my house, my daughter was asleep on couch, and if you ever want to come back, feel free. Yeah, feel free. And you know, I'm sorry about that. Look, I'm getting a bit angry there, but look, it's real, it's raw. I have to tell you the truth, man. My daughter on couch, but look at that, because people feared me. Look what's happened. My family and my daughter's been put in danger, and I couldn't see my daughter for months after that, because obviously only rightly so I had to ring her mum. I had to send her home at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning in her pyjamas, because I didn't know if people were going to come back. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know the situation. I didn't know what I've done. You understand? Because I was working at the time. I had no beef with no one. I was going to M&S, working every day. I had an argument with one person, and you know, that person said it wasn't him. So what can I do to resolve that situation? So, and that's probably why my mental health's fucked as well, because you know, it is what it is though. And that's what I'm trying to get at to all the young lads out there. Look, my boy was feared, he got shot, you know, probably upset his family, all that situation. You don't realise, you know, he had a daughter, I think, at the time. You know, he could have maybe you know, died and not been here today. But obviously he's also blessed, and he's still here, and he's a strong man, and he's a big man. And like myself, you know, I've got plenty more stories to tell you where people have come at me and stuff like that. But it's a different stories on a different day. But look at that, man, because someone feared me. My daughter could have lost her life. Not me. I'm not bothered about me. Like I said, you know, I'm doing good now. and I'm prepared for whatever is to come. But like my daughter, man, my daughter, and all the guys out there, like, you've got kids, yeah, and you've got missuses. Look, you could be out at work one night, you've done a lot of dirt in the streets, you try to think, right, I'm going to change my life, I'm working, no one's going to want no trouble, but then someone comes and tries to burn your house down. You know, and that led me back down that bad path, back to the streets, really and truly. I thought, fuck that, I can't go to work now. Someone's come at my house. I never moved out, I never ran off from my house, because I'm not a pussy. You know, I stayed in my house, and if anybody come out, I just drilled my letterbox, and stayed. No one's going to drive me out. You understand? Until I'm prepared to move, till I've got whatever I need to get, and I'm ready to move. And yeah, and that was like a year ago, something that happened. I don't know, but yeah, I put my daughter in danger, man. You know, and I never forgive myself for that. You know, and hopefully one day I can forgive myself. But it is what it is. So yeah, all the young men out there, man, just try to don't just think about yourself, don't just be selfish, you know, to your family and that, because you can put them in danger. And it's true, man, you can put them in danger. And look, I like I said, I can't forgive myself. And yeah, that's today's story anyway. I've got a guy coming on later on, a young man. He could have took the wrong path, but he took the right path. And he's now a promising footballer. He's probably going to be one of the next biggest stars in England, and that's not even a joke, that's not even a lie. So if I get him on now, you know, a year or two time, you know, he might come back on and be a superstar. So, and that's not why I'm doing it. I've known this kid since he was a young lad, you know, and I just thought it'd be good for the show, you know, to tell young men that you can come up in this bad negative environment, but you can still come out and be somewhat positive. And plenty of people do that, plenty of people know that, but there's a lot of kids that grew up like me with nothing, and you've got no, and you just think fuck it, and few people show you love and you just think fuck it. But that's not the way. Don't think fuck it, man. Don't think fuck it. Choose a hobby and stick at it, man. Like my brother said the other day, man, choose a hobby and stick at it. Find a trade, stick at it. You know, I wish I did the same thing. So yeah, my people, I hope you like that one. And yeah, later on, I'll be back later on. So yeah, hit up my YouTube channel if you don't mind. Like, subscribe. You know, subscribe. I've got more coming, and I'm gonna get into one of the bloodiest gang wars I was ever involved in, from the bottom of it to the thingy of it to everything. It's gonna be a long show. I hope you've all got time to watch. I'm gonna drop that next Sunday. I'm going to release that next Sunday. I think it's the one everybody wants to hear in Bradford. You know, I'm not going to disrespect no one, because the situation's sorted, and I'm going to get into how it all got sorted and how it all happened, and it's going to go deep. So yeah, peace out, people, and stay tuned, man. Love.